America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the valleys to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, it's my home, sweet. Welcome.
I promise you can pick up your conversation in just a second. I'll be brief. Good evening. Shh. 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 Hi, good evening. I'm Richard Riesman. I'm the publisher and the CEO of the Orange County Business Journal. And it's my pleasure to welcome you all this evening and to congratulate all of this year's talented nominees. We're so proud that this is our 17th annual CFO of the Year Award program. And thank you all for being with us this evening to celebrate the accomplishments of our talented financial community. And now, please join me in showing appreciation for the sponsors who make this event possible, beginning with our diamond sponsors, Marsh & McLennan Agency and RSM. We love you. Our platinum sponsors, BMO Harris Bank, Comerica Bank, Connexus, Fifth Third Bank, Impactful Resources, PNC Bank, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Rutan and Tucker, Synoptech, US Bank, Wells Fargo Bank, and our gold and then our silver sponsors, the three gold sponsors being Century Group, Riveron, Umpqua Bank, and silver sponsors, Cal State Fullerton, Deloitte, Learn for Life, and Dayforce. I can't tell you how proud we are to have the support of so many of Orange County's great service providers, and thank you very much for that. I'd like to introduce at this time our associate publisher. I'm just going to be another minute. Shh. You guys can pick up in 1 minute. Let me introduce our associate publisher, Laura Garrett. And our editor, Neil Koch. Please stand to be recognized. Tonight's event is the work of Laura and the advertising department. The CFO of the Year Award special report, our weekly magazine, and our daily news updates are the work of Neil and the editorial department, who will be profiling all of the winners of today's event in the issue a week from Monday, which is May 20th. And as always, it's important that you don't forget to turn your ringers back on at the end of the program. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right, I know you're having a great time, but you also want to go home at some point, so we have to get going. Time to commence the program, and I'll be very brief. I'm going to introduce two people, our two diamond sponsors. First, Bob Jacobson, the Orange County Senior Consulting Partner of RSM, and Stacy Hubbard, the Managing Director with Marsh & McLennan Agency. And we're off to the races.
Good evening, everybody. RSM would like to congratulate all the nominees for the Orange County Business Journal's CFO of the Year Award. My name is Bob Jacobson, Senior Consulting Partner at RSM here in Orange County. We're honored to be a diamond sponsor again this year of the CFO Award Banquet, celebrating the leaders who truly drive Orange County's business community. At RSM, we recognize and value our partnerships with CFOs like you, acknowledging the unique challenges and complexities and dynamic business landscape that you face. As the largest firm globally serving middle market leaders in insurance, tax, and consulting, We stand by your trusted advisors, committing to our commitment to help you drive value in process excellence, technology, and other areas that are critical to you. I'd like to introduce the past CFO award winners who are here with us tonight. You have set the bar very high for what defines an outstanding CFO in the finance profession, effective leadership, and ethical behaviors. We appreciate the continued contributions to your firm. Please stand when I call your name. Floyd Amucci. Kurt Binder. There's Kurt over there. Phil Carter. Tammy Cooper. Mike Fair. Ed Jordan. Michael Martinson. Maria Piddle. Grant Rendell. Hey, Grant. Colin Severn. Colin. Guita Sharifi. Mimi Taylor. There's Mimi. Adam Towsend. There's Adam over there. And Neil Wananabe. We wish you continued success and thanks for joining us this evening. 88 of OC's finest participate in this year's program. At times, it seemed the nomination process was as grueling for the nominees as the challenges they face in every day. The candidates' resumes and letters of recommendation, along with personal interviews in which the nominees so graciously shared their time and their comments on the role of the CFO, revealed the highest levels of talent and commitment, and the OC community is proud to recognize their accomplishments tonight. All of the candidates' names and photos have been scrolling behind the screens this evening. And at that time, I'd like to ask all the 2024 CFO of the Award nominees, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations on your achievements, and I wish you success going forward. I'll now turn it over to Marsh.
Good evening. I'm thrilled to be here tonight as the Managing Director of Marsh McLennan Agency and as the Diamond sponsor of the Orange County Business Journal's CFO Awards Dinner. It is an honor to support this event and recognize the outstanding achievements of the financial leaders in our community. At Marsh & McLennan, we are dedicated to helping our clients manage risk and protect what matters to them most. As trusted advisors, we provide innovative solutions and expert guidance to help our clients achieve their business objectives. As the Diamond sponsor of the Orange County Business Journal CFO Awards Dinner, we are proud to support the financial leaders who are driving innovation, growth, and success in their organizations and the industry as a whole. We believe that the recognition of their hard work and dedication is essential to promoting excellence in the financial profession. Once again, I am honored to be here tonight and look forward to celebrating the achievements of the finalist winners of the CFO of the Year Awards. Congratulations. Okay, so I have the pleasure of briefly explaining the award criteria and selection process for the CFO of the Year Awards. About 4 months ago, the Business Journal issued a call to nominations to identify and recognize excellence among our outstanding financial executives. All candidates' nomination materials were presented to the judging committee, which was comprised of representatives from the Diamond and Platinum sponsoring organizations and the Business Journal. Candidates who were interviewed by members of the judging committee to introduce a personal aspect to what is primarily a paper-driven process. After reviewing all materials, the committee met to select this year's 5 honorees. After lengthy discussions and careful consideration of our many outstanding and award-winning candidates, the committee selected 5 individuals who will be honored here tonight. Whether a candidate was considered for public, private, or not-for-profit categories as a rising star or lifetime achievement, certain attributes of an outstanding CFO or senior level executive applied to all 5 categories. The outstanding candidate is one who promotes and supports excellence in financial reporting, establishes procedures and sets an example for ethical behavior throughout the organization, manages growth, employs efficiencies, ensures a solid financial position, is a team builder and mentor as well as an innovator. Finally, the candidate contributes to the advancement of his or her industry and our community. As part of the selection committee, I can attest to the outstanding caliber of the financial executives in our community, and I am proud to participate in recognizing each of these individuals. Congratulations to you all. Okay, I'm almost done. Now on to our Master of Ceremonies. Murray joined RLH Equity Partners, a leading middle market private equity firm more than 20 years ago. He actually did stop counting. Prior to that, he held positions with Voxel, a medical imaging company, Valley National Investors, Inc., a private equity fund based in Phoenix, and he also practiced at Rudin and McKinsey, a firm specializing in advising private equity funds and their portfolio companies with respect to corporate securities transactions such as private placements, leveraged recapitalizations, and public offerings. He received his BS in electrical engineering, signa cum laude, from the University of Rochester, and a JD magna cum laude from Harvard Law School. Murray has been a member of the board of over a dozen RLH portfolio companies in a variety of sectors, including data analytics, cloud migration consulting, and specialized staffing. On the weekends, Murray and his wife spend time together, being thankful they no longer have to watch their now grown children play in tennis tournaments. Murray.
Thanks so much, Stacey. Thanks so much, Stacey. It is actually great to be back here with all of you tonight. A lot has happened in the business world since we were last together for an OCBJ CFO of the Year award, and perhaps one of the biggest developments over the last 12 months has been the publicity for and excitement about artificial intelligence, and most notably, the ChatGPT engine. Lots of digital ink has been spilled about how ChatGPT is going to eliminate a ton of jobs. So I started wondering, could ChatGPT eliminate the MC job for an event such as tonight's award ceremony? Could ChatGPT replace me? I hear somebody say probably, and that's very reassuring. Could ChatGPT produce a script that could just be read aloud by standard text-to-speech software, and this podium could just be empty? You just have a speaker here and a little PC, and there you go. Because I'm a curious guy, I decided to ask ChatGPT for a set of introductory remarks for an event just like this. And I gave it a detailed description of the audience, the size of the audience, the purpose of the awards, the whole thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you what it wrote. And at the end, you're going to vote on whether you'd rather me as the human MC or whether you'd rather have an AI-powered text-to-speech engine as your MC. Okay? It's up to you. So next year's OCBJ CFO of the Year Awards could be very different depending on how you vote. And I won't take it personally, even if you vote me out. So this is what ChatGPT wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished CFOs, and those of you who've mastered the art of balancing spreadsheets while juggling flaming torches, metaphorically, of course, welcome to the Financial Wizardry Gala. Tonight, we gather to celebrate the unsung heroes of the corporate world, the CFOs. Now I know what you're thinking. Why are we celebrating CFOs? Aren't they just the folks who say no to our expense reports? Remember, I didn't write this, okay? But fear not, my friends. We're about to peel back the layers of financial intrigue and reveal the true essence of these mystical beings. CFOs, my friends, are like the Gandalfs of the business realm. They wield their mighty calculators, chanting incantations like EBITDA and ROI, and with a flick of their pens, they transform red ink into black ink. They're the ones who can decipher a P&L statement faster than you can say tax evasion. That's ChatGPT for you, okay? But let's not forget their secret weapon, the Excel spreadsheet. Ah, yes, the magical grid where numbers dance, pivot tables pirouette, and macros perform feats that would make Houdini jealous. CFOs navigate this digital labyrinth with the grace of a ballerina and the determination of a bulldog. And speaking of tax loopholes, CFOs have a knack for finding them. They're like financial ninjas, stealthily slipping through the cracks of the tax code, leaving auditors scratching their heads. Did they just claim a deduction for a unicorn feed? Yes, my friends, they did. Okay, that's a horrible joke. That's just, I gotta tell you, that's just like the worst than any dad joke I've ever made. That's just horrible. Now let's address the elephant in the room, budget cuts. CFOs wield their budgetary swords, slashing expenses left and right. Sorry, marketing department, no more artisanal kombucha. We're switching to tap water. The CFO's model, thou shalt not overspend, yes, lest ye face the wrath of the board of directors. But don't be fooled by their stern demeanor. CFOs have a softer side too. They shed a single tear when they balance the books perfectly. And their hearts skip a beat when they see a well-structured amortization schedule. It's like a romance novel, but with more amortization and fewer Fabio covers. But let's not forget the CFO's legendary networking skills. CFOs can strike up a conversation with a hedge fund manager while waiting in line for the restroom. Ah, yes, I see you're diversifying your portfolio. May I recommend the salmon tartare? Excellent ROI. This is horrible. This is really horrible. So, my fellow gala goers, let's raise our glasses to the CFOs, the unsung heroes, the financial wizards, and the spreadsheet sorcerers. May your pivot tables always be accurate, your cash flow statements never falter, and your expense reports never raise eyebrows. And now let's give a round of applause to all of our nominees this evening, the CFOs who've turned balance sheets into symphonies, profit margins into poetry, and tax audits into thrilling adventures. Thank you, and may your ROI be ever in your favor. So there you have it, the world's first AI-powered MC at an Orange County Business Journal-sponsored awards event. And now it's time for the vote. So, all of those who prefer the AI-powered MC, clap your hands. All of those who prefer the human MC Murray, clap your hands. I love you. So, to celebrate my victory, I am going to treat 2 randomly selected tables to a round of champagne on my personal tab. Don't worry, Richard, I got this one. We are gonna pick the table numbers right now, and I've got Bob Jacobson right here, and he's got the bowl with all the table numbers in it. And so, okay, the first one is table 2. And the second one is 41. So, our friendly servers here from the Irvine Marriott is going to bring out some champagne for each of those tables. Again, servers, it's table 2 and table 41. Congratulations. Now, thankfully, I'm not going to be replaced by AI, and I can assure you that one group of people that will never be replaced with AI and who are really irreplaceable is the staff of the Orange County Business Journal. If you want to know what's really going on in OC business community, you need to read the weekly paper, the daily emails, and come to the events. So, among all the great folks at the Orange County Business Journal, however, there is one who avoids this limelight, but certainly deserves it. He is the monarch of media, the prince of publishing, the sovereign of scoops, the emperor of information. Do I need to say his name? Must I speak his name? The one and only Richard Reisman. Let's give him a hand. Now we're ready to get to the awards. The Business Journal staff has been working hard in concert with the sponsors of this evening, as you heard, to evaluate and select winners from amongst an incredibly talented group of contenders. So we're going to present 5 awards this evening, just to remind you, to individuals who are among the best of the CFOs. Our first award this evening is for Public Company CFO of the Year, often referred to as the Masochist of the Year. As though being CFO isn't tough enough, by itself, public company CFOs are gluttons for punishment, extra punishment, harassment from activist investors, quarterly earnings calls where analysts abuse you, liability for the accuracy of an enormous number of metrics that no one could possibly ever get all right. And by the way, if your earnings per share are a penny below the consensus Wall Street estimate, whatever the heck that is, the punishment is stoning. So who among our nominees is the bravest in the face of all of these risks? Here to answer that question and to present the award is Joyce Chu. Joyce has held positions of steadily increasing responsibility over the past 18 years at Wells Fargo and is currently a vice president covering middle market, corporate, and international credits. But Joyce is no mere experienced banker who is only 2 years away from earning her very own stagecoach. She also has 120 endorsements on LinkedIn, spread across 21 different areas of expertise. So without further ado, let's welcome Joyce to present our first award.
Hi everyone, my name's Joyce Chu. I'm a relationship manager at Wells Fargo Commercial Banking. I've been with Wells for 17 years, 18 actually. I left for 6 months, I came back. I owe some debt. I drank the Kool-Aid, fortunately, unfortunately. Wells Fargo Commercial Banking provides a comprehensive suite of product and services that serve diverse needs of our clients, both private and public, typically between $25 million to $2 billion annual revenue. We believe in long-lasting, mutually beneficial relationships that allow us to really understand the business needs of our clients. One thing I absolutely love about Wells Fargo is the people, believe it or not, right? I've been extremely lucky to work for and work with amazing and humble and normal people after drinking the Kool-Aid, of course, honestly. Speaking of amazing people, now we turn to our public company CFO nominees, all of whom are so amazing that it's very difficult to make a selection. This individual has been a finance and operation leader in different industries, which allowed this individual to never stop learning. This individual's key success is people, building trusted teams, and continuing to focus on what matters. Have you met with a very successful CFO? You're like, wow, grew the company top line by 36% in a year and expects another 30% growth this year. Check that box. Raised over $50 million in capital within a week. Box checked. Secured a license agreement which expanded company's product portfolio and broadens the total addressable market by 78%. Check that box. Build a high energy environment and people and belonging-centric company culture. Before the current company, this individual ran a $1 billion data business and managed a $14 billion acquisition in gaming industry. All the above, This individual accomplished one of the biggest municipal health awareness fundraisers and blood drives. This individual saved lives while battling immediate family members' health issues. The family member is now healthy and well, so don't worry about that. But this is where I pause and think, this person is extraordinary. In the midst of all, this person started an ultra-marathon journey, ran 200-miler, approximately 30 hours each. Okay, this is where like the crazy draws that line, right? And this person's favorite distance is 50 kilometers. Okay, so this person is either a superhuman or they found a way to stop the aging process. Wink, wink. That's a clue, by the way. This individual is fearless and continues pushing limits in business and personal life. A true inspiration. Let's welcome Sandra Beaver from Evolus.
About me in that many words in a long time. Thank you so much, Joyce. Thank you to the Orange County Business Journal for the honor, for the award, and for just allowing me to participate in this process here locally. It's been an incredible journey to get to know so many folks here in Orange County, and I'm incredibly honored to get an award like this against such an accomplished group of nominees. So thank you very much for that effort. Nobody gets into a role like this on their own or accomplishes even half of the things that Joyce outlined about my career by themselves. You really need the support of your family. You need the support of your team and the people around you. And I think that's really been the key to the success that I've had in my career and hopefully the success that I bring to Evolus. I was offered my first position as an operating CFO 10 years ago. At the time, my daughter was 1 year into chemotherapy for a 2.5-year chemotherapy regimen for leukemia. And my family, we sat down and I was like, God, this is the job I've always wanted. Like, I want to be a public company CFO. I want to be a CFO. I don't know if we can do this. Like, I don't know how to get to a place where I can take this on and take her to the hospital once a week and all these other things. And they all said, we're going to lean in. The family's going to lean in and we're going to make this work and we're going to find a way and we're going to get you to the other side of this. And she finished chemotherapy. I then got an opportunity to move to Las Vegas. The whole family up and moved to Las Vegas. I was living in Boston at the time. And then 4 years later, we got the opportunity to come here to Orange County. And it was just such a tremendous gift to have that support and encouragement of my family, the health of my daughter, which has been a tremendous blessing, and the support of the ability to really spend the time I needed in both places in the companies that I worked for. And it allowed me to be in a place where I could harness opportunities that were in front of me. I always say, when you get a role, it's as much about how hard you work, as smart you are, as it is about just being in the right place at the right time. And I happened to be in the right place at the right time when I got the call from David Motizetti to get to work at Evolus. This is just, I can't say enough great things about how amazing it's been to be at this company. I feel like I found my home. I feel like I found that place where I can just do great things, soar great heights. Joyce outlined some of the wonderful things we've accomplished as a company over the past year, but it's really coming off of the momentum we had in 2023, the growth that we put up, the fundraise that we did not 6 weeks ago, that we did in a day, and the journey and the opportunity that we have as a company in an industry that's growing at such a tremendous pace. It's in front of us, right? We've built We just passed our 5 years of emerging growth status, so we just did our first SOX implementation, and we passed our first SOX testing, and we've built the infrastructure that this company needs to be able to grow into the $700 billion company we aspire to be in 5 years, or less than 5 years, with our second product launching in 2025 and the infrastructure we've had to put in place to add that product. It's been extraordinary. I didn't do any of that. My team here, I've got an entire team of Evolus folks back there who are the team that put in all the controls, that are the team that handled our 3PLs, that handled our taxes, that, I've been very fortunate to have one of the best CEO business partners I've ever had in my career in David Motizetti, but to be allowed to build the team that we needed to become the company that we know we can be has just been an extraordinary blessing. So thank you to all of you, and thank you to the Evolus team. The journey's been tremendous, and we're only just getting started.
Congratulations, Sandra. What an amazing personal story. Really, really rewarding. Slight sort of digression at the MC's privilege here. Those of you who know anything about Evolus, I just got a question for you, Sandra. You don't, your skin looks great. I just got to tell you this, okay? Because they're just sitting right here. I could use a little bit of that Juvo stuff. You don't happen to have a couple syringes with you, just like we could do something after the presentations tonight or anything? Oh, okay. I'll stop by tomorrow then, okay, because we can all use a little bit of improvement in that regard when you get to a certain age. So, our next award for the Private Company CFO of the Year is a stiff competitive challenge for all the nominees. There are so many incredibly talented and successful nominees for this award. And here to clue us into the winner is Lindsay Hulley, a partner at Rudin and Tucker, who brought her own cheering team, I just want you to know. She focuses her legal practice on trademark and copyright matters across a widely diverse set of industries. I've had the privilege of introducing Lindsay at a number of OCBJ CFO of the Year awards in the past, and typically in her intro, I provide a list of the many honors that she has won, but at this point, the list is so darn long, and we're kind of on a tight timetable tonight, so you're just going to have to believe me and take my word for it that Lindsay is super talented and should be your go-to person for all trademark and copyright matters. And so please welcome Lindsay to present the Private Company CFO of the Year Award.
Good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I want to just take a moment to recognize two past winners that the Journal forgot to introduce this evening, and they're actually sitting at the cheerleader rattan table. Can Ned Algio and Desi Sarah Bossing please stand up so we can recognize them as well? All right. So, as Orange County's largest full-service law firm, Rudin is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's event, and I'm excited to celebrate this occasion with so many of our colleagues and friends. Tonight's recipient of the Private Company CFO of the Year Award is truly impressive. Our honoree joined the company 11 years ago as a VP of Finance and was promoted to CFO 6 years ago with a strong background in M&A and reporting. During the pandemic, our award winner worked closely with the company's executive team to manage cash flow and liquidity as the business was cut in half. Through the crisis, the CFO integrated 3 separate companies and helped automate the business, which not only kept the company afloat, but helped the company develop an even stronger balance sheet. Our honoree has been instrumental in raising growth capital and has led 2 additional acquisitions this past year. The CFO also recently led an effort to split and rebrand the company into 2 reporting entities that include 10 operating locations across the US and in Mexico, and is supporting over $600 million in revenue. The split allowed the company to sell one of its divisions to another fund, which enabled the company to refinance its debt with a new lender and inject more liquidity into the business to support future growth. Our winner is currently the CFO of both of those companies. Tonight's winner has survived 8 different CEOs during her tenure. And as a woman in a CFO-dominated male industry, she's proved her resiliency, utility, and her ability to adapt and perform at a superior level despite changes in ownership and the macroeconomic environment. For example, during the pandemic, when a Boeing 737 MAX shutdown crippled the entire aerospace industry, she built a cost model to get her company through the transition. The strategy included collaboration with customers, vendors, and implementing various measures to reduce costs and improve cash flow. She led the company through new credit deals and refinanced the debt. Both companies have withstood the challenges to higher profitability and revenue growth as the industry rebounds. Tonight's winner is characterized as being very loyal to her team, humble, and with high integrity. She's earned the trust of executives, colleagues, and vendors and private equity partners. Her honest leadership style has led a huge impact on culture, retention, and team dynamics. On the personal front, our CFO of the year and her husband met doing volunteer work for Big Brother, Big Sister in Chicago. They have continued their spirit of public service by supporting underprivileged children in Orange County and assisting them with tutoring, purchasing laptops, and funding college scholarships. Their family also assists in donating clothes to the homeless so they can attend workplace interviews. Our winner also performs at local OC senior centers with her son and daughter. And her kids are both going to college, one of whom is attending college at West Point Academy and the other one at UCSB. So I'm sure she's very proud. She's truly a leader, both at work and in the community. Please join me in congratulating the 2024 Orange County Business Journal's Private Company CFO of the Year, CFO of Verus Aerospace, Joyce Pei.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. I mean, that was just a wonderful introduction. And I was sitting there listening. I'm like, really? Is she talking about me? There was, what an honor it is. It was an honor. I was thinking just to be nominated, included in this list of wonderful CFOs, and to receive this award. You know, this is just humbling and unbelievable experience for me. Thank you, Orange County Business Journal, for hosting this event. What a great way to celebrate our profession and recognize the finance leaders in the community. Big thanks to Marty McKeever, I don't know where you're sitting, for nominating me and all your support, and the Connexus group as well. Many thanks to the judges and interviewers. I had a really good time going through the process, meeting great people. And I have to say, you judges have a very difficult job. This award could have gone to any one of the nominees presented here today. Verus Aerospace, as Lindsay described, we are aerospace and defense component manufacturer, And pandemic happened 4 years ago. Right after 737 MAX grounding, our company lost significant revenues, just like many others in the industry. We all know the impact of pandemic. We all experienced it. When going concern review is part of your audit for 3 years in a row, you know that you're in survival mode. There were plenty of sleepless nights, but we worked as a team to maximize the opportunity to reduce the cost and increase liquidity. Then in 2023, we rebounded, thank God. We split the company into two. Lindsay already went through what happened in our company, established credit agreements for each, completed 2 acquisitions for the second company, and also completed rebranding process for both. And today, we have a stronger liquidity than pre-pandemic time. We were able to do all that thanks to the incredible people who are sitting at table 41. And yes, it's the same table who won the raffle earlier. Verus means truth in Latin, and it's so appropriate for the team. Brian Bentley, our CEO, and the leadership team at Verus Aerospace, many represented here today, are not only experts in the industry, but also great human beings with integrity and passion. And I am so blessed to be the CFO of these amazing people. I also want to thank Peter Manos and Bilal Noor of Arlington Capital Partners, our private equity sponsors, for giving me the opportunity to step up to CFO role 6 years ago. And especially want to thank my corporate finance team, a small team of elites, Thorne Southworth, and the team. This award is for you. Thank you for your trust in me, your professionalism, and friendship. Last but not least, I want to thank my loving husband of 27 years. James, without your support and sacrifice, I wouldn't be here today. Well, I'm just bursting with gratitude today. I just thank you for this great award, and congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Our next award is for the CFO of the Year for nonprofit organizations. Financial leadership at a nonprofit requires all the same skills as in the for-profit world, but offers extra emotional rewards of helping our community. And to present this award tonight, we are lucky to have with us Matt Primo, a founder and partner at Connexus CFO, IT, and HR Talent Solutions. But before I turn the stage over to Matt, because I know there's going to be confusion about this, I just want to caution you, he is not the guy who goes by the handle The Real Matt Primo on Twitter and last week flew to Brazil to get married. And he is not the Matt Primo whose Twitter page identifies himself as a cold water surfer and life coach. We have with us tonight the Matt Primo who really knows recruiting. He's been doing it for 17 years, and he's amazingly well connected with over 8,400 LinkedIn followers. Let's welcome Matt to present the CFO of the Year Award for Nonprofit Organizations.
Thank you, Murray. Thank you, Murray. And I want to thank ChatGPT for writing my speech tonight. I think it's going to be really good. Actually, before I start, can we get a big round of applause for all of tonight's nominees, please, just one more time. It's as talented a group as we've seen in many years, and you guys all deserve it. You all deserve to be here, and you make this night what it is. Unfortunately, the Academy only gives me one vote, so don't kill the messenger, but we'll get to the winner in a second here. Connexus is Southern California's fastest growing staffing firm. Whether it's high-level interim project work, executive search, or staff augmentation, Connexus is built to support the office of the CFO. In the coming months, spoiler alert, Connexus is launching an advisory practice spearheaded by Big Four CPAs and focusing on our continued dedication to servicing the complexities of the office of the CFO. So stay tuned. Take us off your spam filters. Pick up the phones. We'll be calling. I just want to thank Orange County. So much of Connexus' success to date is because of you. So we're humble and grateful to be a part of this extraordinary business community. And tonight I've been asked to present the 2024 Nonprofit CFO of the Year. The nonprofit category to me represents a dedication not just to the job, but to the mission that your organization is founded on. Nonprofit CFOs operate under the belief that in doing their jobs well, they might just make the world a little bit better of a place, and that is unique, as is tonight's story. Our CFO started his journey escaping his war-torn homeland with only his mom. The two landed in the United States as homeless refugees with no money and only a few connections that would provide a couch to sleep on and an occasional shelter to huddle in, thanks to some nonprofit organizations, as well as the kindness of their community who had also fled their homeland of Cambodia during a point in time in history now known as the Killing Fields. At a very early age, our CFO dedicated himself to hard work and education. And when I say hard work, this kid was working 3 to 4 jobs at one time. He was traveling 5 to 6 hours one way from LA to Orange County just to go to school. Hard work not just in learning the English language, but in earning straight A's and gaining a scholarship to UCI. That is not normal. I have a 15-year-old, and we'll leave it at that. But to him, it was normal. Our CFO went on to obtain his bachelor's degree in English with a minor in history from UCI. He went from homeless refugee to first-generation college graduate. His first job out of UCI was at Citigroup, where he spent 10 years working his way, grinding to managing director, where he led the firm's business valuation division, overseeing a staff of 35 people, earning his Series 6, 7, 63, and 24 general securities license, and an MBA from USC in marketing and finance. Again, not the norm, but as they say, only in America, and our CFO was well on his way. Finding his swing in investment banking, our CFO spent the following years earning a fine living and achieving success that only he could have imagined, with a relentless work ethic and a very proud, supportive mother and community by his side. He had achieved success by any standard, but something in him wanted more than just a solid paycheck. It was probably not too much of a surprise then to his inner circle and family that after 24 years in the Gordon Gekko world of investment banking, did he find himself in the nonprofit sector, with an organization whose sole purpose and mission is to disrupt the cycle of homelessness. Since landing at his current role, where he's been now for the past 5 years, our CFO has completely transformed this organization. In recent months, he had also absorbed the COO role. Revenues are up 165.3% since he started and have gone from roughly $55 million in 23 to $70 million in 2024. People served have gone from 2,600 in 2018 to 6,947 people in 2023, and on target to serve 9,500 people by the end of 24. From implementing more efficient workflows, developing dashboards and tools, and making the complex more understandable, the organization has gone from being the 9th largest nonprofit to among the top 5 largest nonprofits in Orange County under his guidance and watch. People housed went from 596 in 2018 to 959 in 2023, and on track, trending towards, 1,150 people housed by the end of this year. Who better to represent an organization whose sole purpose is to disrupt the cycle of homelessness than one who lived it? It's an honor to present to you your 2024 Nonprofit CFO of the Year, John Ng from the Illumination Foundation. Sorry.
Trust me, you want me reading from something. As you probably can tell, I don't like the attention. But, wow. Thank you to the Orange County Business Journal for this wonderful recognition. And thank you to tonight's sponsors for making the 2024 CFO of the Year Awards possible. Don't worry, I'll get better. Also, a special shout out to Matt Pramo, partner and founder at Connexus, and Julie Beckley, if you're out there, Senior Vice President at Wells Fargo Commercial Banking, for taking time out of their busy schedules to get to know me and my story as part of the nomination process. You can blame Julie for nominating me in the first place. You can also blame Chris Trudeau, partner at Corp Brokers, for also nominating me. Chris, we've been working together for a few years now. I only have one question, table 38. What took you so long? No, in all seriousness, if you're in search of an insurance broker that will become your business partner, please reach out to Chris. I absolutely promise that you won't regret it. Table 38, the really tall guy right there. I know it is cliche to say, but being nominated was an honor in itself. In fact, when reflecting on the list of my CFO peers, the old Sesame Street song comes to mind, those of you that are old enough. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things doesn't belong. So a heartfelt congratulations to my much more accomplished colleagues, any one of whom easily could be standing up here. And speaking of being out of my league, I am grateful to my wife, the incomparable Dr. Arlene Ng, Go UCI Health, who I count as my greatest personal and professional accomplishment in life, convincing her to marry me. Regrettably, she is not able to attend tonight. Truth be told, while she is a woman of great faith, the reason why she doesn't like being at events like this is her fear that she will, quote unquote, jinx things. Whether it be at one of our son's robotics tournament, watching our daughter play on the soccer pitch, or attending an awards event such as tonight, she gets really, really nervous. Why? Because she wants so bad for her loved ones to succeed. Now, let me share a quote from one of my heroes, Mother Teresa. None of us, including me, ever do great things. But we can all do small things with great love. And together we can do something wonderful. With that in mind, I do want to acknowledge my deep gratitude to my work family at Illumination Foundation, Table 38, who together strive to do small things with great love so that we can do something wonderful for our neighbors experiencing homelessness. Some of them are here tonight. Truth be told, they are the real reason why I am even receiving this recognition. So table 38, can you stand up and so that I can recognize you? I'm almost done. So I would like to end my comments by addressing a simple question that a friend once asked me. He asked me, what does it take to be a great CFO? inspired by a meme I came across a couple years ago. I said it was all about KPIs, key performance indicators. He nodded his head knowingly, thinking he knew what I was referring to, and then proceeded to ask me, John, what are the most 3 important KPIs that I look for as a CFO? I said, well, it's not what you think they would be, but here they are. KPI number 1, keep people informed. That's about transparency and erring the side of over-communicating to your stakeholders. In my case, my board of directors, our leadership team, our staff, and our funders. The second KPI, keep processes integrated. Accounting isn't just about debits and credits, but how those debits and credits integrate and impact other parts of the organization. This is precisely why I love my dual role as CFO and COO. Last and certainly not least, the third KPI, keep people inspired. As a CFO, my role is not only to lead the finance, accounting, treasury, and risk management functions of our organization. It is also to be in partnership with the board and leadership of the entire organization. To be a leader is to be an agent of positive change. And change can only happen consistently when people are inspired. So, I am truly humbled and inspired by this wonderful recognition. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this honor.
What an incredible personal story. You know, John is living proof that the American dream is alive and well. It's just, I don't know, makes me so proud that in this country somebody can come here under those amazingly difficult circumstances and put together a very successful career, a very successful personal life, and make the world a better place. What a country. Our next award is for the Rising Star CFO of the Year. There is so much great young talent in the finance world in OC that this is a very competitive award. But our presenter for the Rising Star Award tonight is definitely not a rising star himself. He is already a full-fledged star. Paul Amara. Paul, in addition to being a longtime star in the OC banking community, has done an amazing amount to help the local community, kind of carrying on some of the aspects of John Ng's commentary. Paul has been a member of the UCI Chief Executive Roundtable, the UCI Dean's Advisory Board, a board member of the J.F. Shea Therapeutic Writing Center, which, in case you're not familiar with it, improves the lives of people with disabilities through horse-related therapeutic programs. And Paul is also an active volunteer with the Orangewood Children's Foundation. I don't know where he finds time to do all these things and also find time to be Senior Vice President and Orange County Team Lead for U.S. Bank. He's an amazing guy, and let's welcome Paul to present the Rising Star CFO of the Year.
Thank you very much, Murray. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of our Orange County team, commercial banking team, I want to thank Richard and the entire Orange County Business Journal staff for hosting this event tonight. What a wonderful way to recognize our top talent in Orange County. At U.S. Bank, we are passionate about investing our hearts and minds to help power human potentials. We support our California communities through responsive and humble actions. And we do this through our corporate social responsibility platform called Community Possible, including philanthropy, community investments, and team member volunteerism. We are dedicated to caring for our customers, communities, and colleagues in meaningful ways. And because of this commitment, U.S. Bank has been named one of the world's most ethical companies and Fortune's most admired super-regional bank. Our goal is to ensure that every CFO has access to tools, resources, and networks that allow businesses and communities to thrive. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the winner of the Rising Star Award. This person works for a global, publicly traded companies whose products have changed lives in profound ways for decades. Our winner's interest in financial planning and accounting began during an internship with a large corporation. During a decade at a Big Four accounting firm, valuable experience in business strategy, operations, and large-scale finance transformations led to successive management leadership positions. Over the past several years with the current employer, this individual led a major restructuring of the company's North American operation, including the sales compensation plan, which has positively enhanced the company's revenues, margins, and profitability. Organic revenue growth last year was over 9%. From a UCLA undergrad on an athletic scholarship to an MBA at Cornell, and now in a key leadership role at Ossur, please join me in welcoming Tim Hoffman, CFO of Ossur Medical and our 2024 Orange County Business Journal Rising Star Award winner. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Paul. So I think I was misled. I was leaving the office this afternoon, and I was telling our general counsel that I was heading off to this Orange County Business Journal CFO Awards dinner, and he's been nominated for the legal award for, I think, 3 or 4 years. And he had told me, whatever you do, if you win, you have 2 options. Keep your speech either really short or make sure you have some really good, well-planned out jokes. Well, I heard a lot of great speeches that were longer and not a lot of jokes. So is it possible that the legal folks are having more fun than us? I'm not sure. Anyways, I scrapped the long speech and went short. And I'm just really humbled and honored to be here. And thank you to the Orange County Business Journal for this reward and recognition. This is just a phenomenal event that brings our amazing finance community together here in Orange County. And having met several of the nominees and looked at some of the nominees' profiles, I can honestly say any one of you could be standing up here instead of me. So I'm just honored and humbled to be nominated amongst you all. So thank you. Also, thanks to Ryan Milne and the entire team at Connexus for believing in me and nominating me. Thank you, Ryan. It's been great building our partnership over the last couple of years, and Ryan's one of the hardest working guys out there, so thank you very much. Also, thank you to the team at PNC Bank and Wells Fargo for coming and visiting and allowing me to tell you my story. I'm just, again, really humbled and honored that you thought so much of my story, so thank you. Also, thank you to my wife, Maddie, who's here with us tonight. You're the rock of our family, and you've supported me throughout my entire career journey. From 10 years in consulting, hopping on an airplane Monday morning, coming back late Thursday night, You were always there to support me. You supported me when I went back and got my MBA. You support me when I come home from work nowadays, and I tell you I pick up a new function, such as a 30-person team in Orlando, Florida, that does customer service, which I know nothing about. You're always there to support me, so I love you. And by the way, we have 3 kids, all aged 5 and under, so we've got our hands full. And Maddie works full time as an attorney, so thank you, Maddie, for all your support. Thanks to my parents for just instilling hard work in me, teaching me how to be a good person, a good husband, and a good father. Thanks to the team at Ossur for trusting in me and allowing me to operate in somewhat of a non-traditional role for a CFO and allowing me to come in and be a catalyst for change and transformation. Thank you for trusting in me. And without a doubt, I would not be standing here without the team below me at Ossur. And I'm a firm believer that my legacy will not be what I accomplish in my career, but my legacy will be what my team below me accomplishes in their career. So I really hope that people on my team one day have an opportunity to get up on this stage like I do. Thank you, of course, to my mentors at Deloitte while I was there, and the Deloitte folks I think are here as well. What other place can you go and, as a late 20-year-old, be facilitating roundtable discussions with AT&T and T-Mobile and Verizon and British Telecom and Telstra and Vodafone and the CFOs of all these companies? And as a late 20-year-old, is there anywhere else that you can have that type of experience or exposure? I'm not sure. So it's just an amazing training ground, and I was lucky to have some mentors that really put me in positions above and beyond my role or title at the company that allowed me to demonstrate that I could perform at a high level. So thank you to the team at Deloitte. And yeah, thanks everyone. I very much appreciate this, and it's truly an honor, and I'm humbled by the recognition. So thank you very much.
Nice. So our 5th and final award tonight is the CFO Lifetime Achievement Award. This is a biggie. It honors an individual's dedication, perseverance, work ethic, contributions over the span of their entire career. Put the magnitude of this award in context. Let me list a few other Lifetime Achievement Award winners in other disciplines. Meryl Streep, Stephen Hawking, Jane Goodall, Paul McCartney. And into this rarefied group is going to enter our Lifetime Achievement Award winner tonight. So to present that award, we are fortunate to have Aaron Olson, Senior Vice President and Regional Manager for Commercial Banking at Fifth Third Bank, with us this evening. Aaron leads a team of commercial banking professionals who cover the middle market companies in Orange County for Fifth Third Bank. And I was going to tell you a bunch about Aaron, but I actually got distracted and looked into how this bank got such a weird name like Fifth Third. And it turns out that, I'm just doing this as a public service, it was created in 1909 by the combination of the Fifth National Bank and the, wait for it, Third National Bank. Okay. Turns out, by the way, that the Fourth National Bank was not so lucky and it actually went out of business in 1914. So Fifth and Third were the right ones to bet on. And since 1909, Fifth Third Bank has grown a lot and is now among the 20 largest banks in the entire United States of America. So let's give a big welcome to Aaron Olson, who's going to present the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Thanks, Murray. Yes, we are so clever as bankers. Okay, last one. We're almost there. I'm thrilled to be representing Fifth Third and all of my colleagues out in the audience tonight, and for being a platinum sponsor for this event for the 6th year in a row, which is really hard to believe. Thank you. We would like to thank the Orange County Business Journal for their valued partnership and for putting on this wonderful event. As I was preparing my remarks this year, I thought I would review what I spoke about last year. And as a reminder, top of mind last year were the unpredictable economic climate, volatile interest rates, and uncertainty around the future path of inflation. Doesn't that sound familiar? Well, the challenges that we face as a business community might not always be the same, but it got me thinking that there are two things that we can always count on. There will always be uncertainty and different challenges each year, and the CFOs and finance professionals who we're celebrating tonight are the ones that we look to help us navigate that uncertainty. Speaking of navigating uncertainty with expertise and poise, I'm thrilled to be able to announce the winner of this year's Lifetime Achievement Award. This impressive individual received her undergraduate degree from Eastern Michigan University, an MBA from Pepperdine, and a PhD from the Chicago School of Professional Psychology. She is a mother of 4, an impassioned community volunteer, and a very engaged advocate of women's and humans' rights causes worldwide. She is currently the CFO of a company focused on improving and expanding access to quality education for all children in the K-12 space throughout their vast network of nonprofit charter schools in Orange County and across the United States. As I reviewed her many business accomplishments, which covered 2 pages, by the way, I wanted to highlight just a few of those, including she has been featured in Forbes, CFO Brew, and Success Pictures magazine as a top 10 CFO inspiring the business world. She's been nominated as CFO of the Year for both the Orange County Business Journal and the LA Business Journal many times over the past decade. She was the winner of a 2019 Orange County Business Journal CFO of the Year Award, and was nominated for this Lifetime Achievement Award in the years 2020 and 2023. Well, now we can add winner of the 2024 Lifetime Achievement Award to her ever-growing resume. If you haven't already figured it out, please join me in congratulating Guita Sharifi of Lifelong Learning.
Thank you so much. It's my second time being up here, so I'm still nervous. The first time was 2019, so this time I prepared a speech. I want to thank everyone. First of all, somebody told me you were nominated for a Lifetime Achievement Award. How old are you? I'm like, I was very lucky, honestly, very lucky that I've been a CFO for 22 years. Just lucky to be promoted to that role and continue to be CFO. Started in a global company and then from there on in a nonprofit world. So healthcare and now I'm in education. And I think this is where I work is my family. I'm deeply honored to receive this award, surrounded by my esteemed colleagues, distinguished audience, and the judges of Orange County Business Journal, and my fellow CFOs that are here. Special thanks to Richard for nominating me. I know I was nominated last year. I think judges had some argument. I didn't win. So I'm here, up here, I won today. And also Julie. A lot of people know Julie from Wells Fargo, so I thank Julie for nominating me. I'm also grateful for your generous introduction today. Thank you so much. And recently, again, somebody told me that why you work for a nonprofit. I've been in healthcare, but for the past 5 years in education. I thought always in my life education is important. I wanted to always be a mentor to my kids, so they go to school. I have 4 kids. I mean, not kids, they're adults. They all graduated college.
but I wanted to educate myself so they know that education is important. And I always told my family that if I ever make a move from healthcare, it would be education, because that's where I want to be, and that's why I got my PhD. So I was approached by a headhunter about 5 years ago, and it was an education industry. But I always thought, well, university, but this was K to 12. So I was always volunteered. I volunteered as a board member for the past 20 years. And I was the treasurer for PTA all the way through 12th grade, so I know what my kids are doing in school. And I thought, well, I'll give it a try. It's K to 12. And it's just been a blessing to work in that industry because you impact kids. And those kids are the kids that probably are sitting here. You all went through, I'm sure, K to 12. So I work for a company named Lifelong Learning. It's known as a trademark under Learn for Life. It's a nonprofit organization. Currently overseeing over 110 free public charter schools across the nation, managing assets over $500 million, primarily in California. Last year alone, we served over 60,000 kids. And these are the kids that districts don't want them. These are kids that are homeless, they're foster kids, kids pregnant teens, basically kids that drop out. So they come to us, our schools, they get one-on-one attention, and they graduate, and they become a contributor to the society. In line with our commitment for innovation, as my president and CEO often says, you're either growing or you're dying. So we run our nonprofit like a for-profit. We've been implementing best practices of personalized learning in our charter schools for over 2 decades, extending these strategies to a nonprofit private school model. Our initial venture was the launch of Houston Academy, and just before the pandemic, a national private online school offering over 300 courses accredited by WASC and Cognia and recognized as an AP Capstone Diploma granting institution. Since January of this year, the Academy has partnered with over 30 sports academies, private schools, and tutoring centers to provide both full-time and part-time educational solutions. This fall, we're excited to take our innovation further by opening a micro school in Boca Raton in Florida. Florida openness to school choice and education privatization, combined with rapid influx of new residents unable to meet the growing demands of education services, presents a unique opportunity for us. This innovative model will merge the advantages of online learning with personalized in-person support, catering to students in Boca Raton area who need flexible education options. Success in Boca Raton will set the stage for expansion across Palm Beach County and beyond. I'm thrilled to support this growth and explore new avenues for revenue while meeting the educational needs of our students. We're also looking in Orange County, probably in Mission Viejo, around Mission Viejo, as a private school. So hopefully you'll see our name somewhere. We are here, but under a public school, not a private school. So for that, I just thank everyone. Thank you so much for this recognition. I'm really honored and humbled. I also want to say that we're really large, so we're over 3,500 employees, but tonight in table 35, I have our CEO of our schools, I have one of our board members here, and then also my VP of Finance and one of my controllers. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
So, what an amazing group of 5 honorees we had tonight. And before I turn the podium back over to Richard, I just want to reflect on the importance of this event. You know, in America, a lot of recognition and attention goes to stars in sports and entertainment. And I like to watch ESPN SportsCenter just as much as the next person. But in my humble opinion, the real stars in the US are the people who build businesses that create employment opportunities and personal growth opportunities and wealth opportunities and help communities involved, just like our nonprofit winners. These are the people who really are the stars in making this country great, and I think it's you folks out there, tonight's nominees, that deserve the recognition as much or more than the people that you will see on TV tonight. So thank you all for what you do, and with that, have a great evening, and here's Richard, the one and only, the publisher.
I want to sort of continue that theme. There's so much stuff going on in the world that is unhappy. There's so much stuff going on in our public discourse. There's so much going on in our campuses. There's so much going on in the news that is just not positive. But we do 6 events a year. We recognize 5 winners at each of the events. And I mean, if you were to watch some of the coverage of what some of the media look at as our productive economy, in my mind, to them, the world of greed, I just wish that the latter half of that could just come to our events and just see the kind of good hearts, driven people, leaders that make good things happen. I mean, there wouldn't be, I mean, everybody in America would be homeless if there weren't a productive economy. It's just a reality. But the kind of people that are here tonight, the kind of people who are here at all of our events, are the people that create the economy in our country that allows for us to have the life that we have. And as ugly as things are in some of the news reports, the heartbeat of America is still the productive economy that are recognized at our events. I'm very proud of that, and I'm very proud of the people, the individuals that all want to do the right thing. They lead teams, they lead companies that provide products and services, and we can't do without them. And so to our winners tonight, which were an incredible group of folks, to the people who are nominated tonight that didn't win, but will win next year, I always say, the good news is we had 5 great winners. You know, the even better news is there's so many great nominees that didn't win tonight that we can be assured of great winners going forward. I'd also like to thank the wonderful team that I work with. Everyone else is making acknowledgments. I also want to thank my beautiful girlfriend, Kirsten York, who joined me tonight. I want to acknowledge our team, Tiffany Benando, Melanie Collins, Jamie Derby, Amanda Dang, Summer Bowles, Anuska Bryson, Sydney Curl, Bobby Dorman, Kim Lopez, Corinne Decker, and Steve Gall. Also, thank you to the vendors that are recognized in the program. So let's give everybody a hand. Also, I'd like to ask all the award winners, where are we going to be? Over here? Over there. Okay. Would all the award winners please step forward over here so that we can take some pictures? And we don't make a mess anymore with all the business journals at every seat. So don't look to the back cover of your business journal. Look to the back cover of the program, because if there's an orange dot on the back of your program, that beautiful centerpiece belongs to you. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I hope to see you all again next year.